All right, live from the hospital room.
Project.
No, we're not projecting because we're in a hospital right now, okay? Your voice carries, trust me. By the way, here we are. We're back in the hospital. Been here 3 days. She's having problems, so we're getting through it. But we want to give Kelly, you want to give your perspective of what's going on, what you're seeing. What were we just talking about?
We were just talking
Why don't you recap it?
Yeah.
There
okay,
we go.
So
And I'm gonna do.
Juan.
Well.
Wannabe. Get it? Wannabe. Juan. Wannabe.
Well,
That's funny.
I should have brought my boots, so I'm doing just my shoes.
It's funny.
Okay, so
yes.
go.
Okay. So yes, I'm in the hospital. I've been here since Saturday morning.
No,
Saturday morning. Yeah.
Saturday evening.
Saturday, whatever. I can't even remember. Yeah, that's right. Saturday evening.
But anyway, so.
Does it matter?
No.
Anyways, I'm being treated in the hospital. Some things going on.
Some emergencies went through. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm still here. I'm gonna be here tomorrow too. So I've been looking, I've been doing the minimal, just keeping up on my email and Telegram. It's basically
on your phone.
Yeah, on my phone, and I normally don't use my phone. I'm always on my laptop.
I should have brought your laptop up here, actually.
Yeah, well.
But we didn't know how long you were going to be there.
If I was going to go home tomorrow, I don't want to do all that. But
right.
Yeah, you're used to the phone. I'm not.
Gotcha.
Because it's like a little screen, and I can't see it.
Yep.
Just kidding. So I was looking at the whole Epstein thing, right? Everyone's going ballistic. Remember, there was the panicans in the First World War III that lasted for 12 days, the ones that all panicked. But they showed, and I'm talking about the huge accounts, they showed kind of their true colors. Now, I think personally that there are some accounts that are central casting from our side, okay? This is just my opinion. I think Candace Owens is one of them. Because she has been highlighting the whole Israel angle, which I'm in agreement with. Stu Peters is over the top, okay? I don't know if he's on our side or not. He might be infiltration, I don't know. But he does, in terms of the Israel angle, he's spot on in terms of that. I'm talking about the elites, not the regular people who live in Israel. Just like us, we have our deep state ingrained, right? So there are certain people that I believe are from central casting on our side. I think Candace Owens is one of them because she's kind of setting the stage for quote unquote Israel last. That's one of the Q drops. And Q had said, we never mentioned Israel once. We're saving it for last, okay? So there's a bigger picture here. There's a 40,000 foot.
Correct.
Right? I've been highlighting that in my assassination attempt series. You got to look at the bigger picture. You either have to zoom out or zoom up, okay, and look at the big landscape to see really what's going on.
Right.
So when World War III happened for 12 days, you had people who, big accounts, like I'm talking on Twitter and some of these big, I never followed them. I always watched them. I observe a lot, okay, because I know that there's chess going on, and so I like to kind of see how the moves are being made. And I don't comment on a lot of the people's accounts. I don't even follow them, but I do see kind of these big names, and I kind of tuck them away. And some of them were the panicans, where they literally turned on MAGA and turned on DJT. And of course, that also means the Q team, if they don't see the big picture. Or they could be infiltration clowns, deep state, right? So I think Tucker's a 2.0. I think he's on our side, but it's not the real Tucker. Okay, that's what I think is going on there. It's a body double, whatever. So I think that there are people who are playing their parts, like Tucker and Candace, who are on our side, but they're playing a role from our side to kind of set the stage for things. Even Tucker doing some interview with the president of Iran. Most people are, oh, he's a traitor, blah blah blah.
Yeah, I kind of seen that the other night.
It's setting the stage for things, okay? So you just gotta keep that in mind that this is a 5D chess game, okay? There's a lot of moving parts, and we don't understand all the strategies behind it. That's why I keep my mouth shut on a lot of things, because I don't know, what parts people are playing. So now we've got the Epstein. Okay, now you see, it's almost like the Panicans Part 2. Who, and I'm not talking about playing a role, okay, but who's exposing themselves by, going against MAGA or not trusting Trump or saying, okay, like the Cody Mello guy called Caroline Levitt a clown, basically. Okay,
Right.
so and I already had check marks about that guy for a while, but there's an example. So you have to mark these people, and they're like the Panikins Part 2. Okay, now in terms of Kash Patel and Bondi and Bongino, I think that obviously they're being highlighted for a reason, and they may be a catch and release, meaning DJ, like in other words, the military, DJT, etc., basically said to them, "You're going to play a part, or you're going to get the bullet quick," something like that, or whatever, made it something like that, or they could be 2.0s.
Okay.
Playing, a body double, etc. Right? But Donald Trump is always highlighting. People look at how come he appointed this person, that because he's highlighting them. Elon Musk 1.0 was a wicked person, and look what happened. He was his buddy, but now it's all he's being exposed. Like he highlighted him. Now people are watching and what's going on with that. So they're gonna start digging and stuff.
Yep.
That's a 2.0. The Elon that we see right now is a 2.0, and I think it's JFK Jr. in disguise. And Epoch Times keeps bringing me back the timestamps. It's so funny. They did another one. They had an article about Musk and the picture, and then they had the 321 as the timestamp. I'm like, okay, I get it. Yes, I think it's JFK Jr. in disguise. I think that's one of the roles he's playing.
You know what's interesting is with that event that happened a couple of weeks ago with the Speaker of the State House. Where was it?
Oh, in Wisconsin? Was it Wisconsin?
Wisconsin. I think it was Wisconsin, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm, I think so.
And they highlighted this guy was wearing a mask at her house, and it seems like that's what is being put out there. People start say, "Listen, anyone can look like anyone here."
Yeah, you thought it was the bald secret agent guy, pinky pull guy. No, I mean he was trying to look like him.
I mean, he could kind of get away with that at night, with the light shining, but that was a cheap mask,
Big time. It was hilarious. But yeah, this is all being highlighted. We're in charge of the narrative, okay? The Q team, the military, the white hat military is in charge of all of the narrative right now. They are, okay? The deep states had the narrative for decades, okay? We're using the play, we're taking it back, and now we're doing it for a good psyop, quote unquote.
Kelly, for the average person, that's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. Like, I mean, the good thing is when you do the videos and you do the graphics and what you put up, then also, for myself, I get it. If not, I don't get it. Half the time, I mean, especially like 8 years ago, I used to look at you and say, "Man, you're a freaking whack job." It's like, get the hell away from me with this stuff. But until I seen the videos and what you said, and then you broke it down with the graphics, it clicked. Then I got it. And a lot of people are, if they just hear this, they go, "I don't know about that." It's kind of a hard pill to swallow, but you've been steadfast in your beliefs on these issues, and you back it up with the videos.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. By the way, you can see those videos on locals.com. It's KelliAnn Hub News. Locals.com. So right. So I don't want you to keep talking here because you're starting to go off again. They're treating it for that and other things, and so we don't want to go into the.
I'm just saying,
pretty deep stuff here.
Keep in mind, even with the Epstein stuff, we're in charge of it. Okay. Do you really seriously think Epstein's not going to be exposed in the client list and the child trafficking and the sex trafficking and all that? Do you really
think? There's a time and a place for it.
Exactly.
Time and a place for it.
Perfect time for it. And right now, it's just the stage is being set.
Yeah.
There's drawn attention to it. We do not understand all the high-level chess moves. We just don't.
Yeah.
Okay? But you either trust the Q operation or you don't. And if you don't, I don't know how you get
well. If you don't, then it's reasonable to assume that they don't get it what you get. Okay,
right.
So.
And I trust the Q operation.
Okay.
So.
All right, babe. Well, we got to. This is getting long, and I'm going to put this up
on
my phone, and so we appreciate everybody's prayers and this time of sharing with Miss KelliAnn Hub News, and I'm doing my imitation of Juan.
Wannabe. That's
I'm wannabe. I got shoes. I don't have boots on.
Oh,
All right.
that's good.
Tell them goodbye, baby.
Goodbye, baby.
No, just come on.
Goodbye, friends.
Okay. See you later. Bye.